Hello and welcome to Rawk Radio, episode 28. This is your host, NPR. And I might have, what is it called again, guys?
Laryngitis.
I might have laryngitis, so my pipes are a little fucked up. But without we're still here to fucking rock the fuck out. We have a very, very, very special fucking episode here for you tonight. Our co-host John is here. Dr. Sleep is behind the camera as usual, and Lou. What's up, Lou?
Hi.
Good old Matthew, who I met a couple of years back. How long was that ago? Fucking very long. That was like 12 years.
1200.
Mr. Matt and Mike and
about the same amount
Kinsey.
of time.
Right?
Yeah, we met today.
Because Matt and Mike, I've known you guys since the Peekaboo days. Shout out to Peekaboos. Can I say that?
Rip.
Fuck yeah. R.I.P. But shout out. That band was so fucking badass
Oh,
back
thank
in
you.
the day. And Kinsey, man, nice to meet you. Pleasure to have you on the show as well.
Happy to be here.
How did what we now know that is the fucking Lollygagger, how was it born?
Yeah, it's basically me and Mike walking around, and everybody we met had sleeves, and we're like, "That's stupid." And we saw kids, we were like, "Whoa, check this guy out!" Well, we heard his bass from across the street from Emporium when he was playing with his other band.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that is what happened, didn't it?
Yeah, because we were kind of talking. we were like writing different material and stuff, and we liked what we did in the Peekaboos, and we still play some of those songs. But
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah,
Dude.
there's like other people in that band too. It's a different experience, different band.
Which numbers do you guys still do?
You do like White Line Fever and What a Crock.
Yep.
Some pretty fun ones to do.
We do Cat to do.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was a
Chuckles.
Peekaboo song.
Yeah, it's been a while, but
Dude, that's awesome, man. It's
Yeah.
just
we were like looking around. We were thinking like we needed a bassist. We kind of want to keep it with like 3 instruments. So we got David Arias, who actually is just putting out a single for Triogo. I don't know when this airs,
yeah,
but
I just saw that.
Triogo is really cool. You should check out Triogo. He's doing some stuff, and he plays in this band, Navantis, which is really cool. We got him to play guitar for us, and I just sang. And then we got Kinsey to play bass for us. And then David ended up going through some personal stuff, so I just like picked up guitar again. We've been a 3-piece ever since.
Dude, that's awesome.
I think 3 pieces is the magic number.
It's true.
It works the best for touring. Means that like you're never too cramped anywhere you play.
It's 3 pieces that make up the Triforce, right?
It's true. It's like time, wisdom, and
Huge Zelda fans here.
love. What's the third one?
What is the third one?
Courage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, JG. Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's no sleeves on the Triforce.
Episode 28.
Nice.
There we go.
Not until episode 28 have you seen the Triforce.
What is the
Hit
Legend
the,
of Zorldo?
So Matt, how long have you been writing, singer-songwriting?
I've been playing guitar. I started this first band I was in, which was like a cool band called Earth Program. I played like bass and keyboard.
That sounds legit.
Yeah, dude, Earth Program a long time ago. And Jed Dot, who plays in a bunch of different bands, he's playing bands currently, was in that band too. A bunch of people like. But it was, yeah, I think I wrote some of my first songs for that band just to play like on the side with synthesizer. But when I was in like high school, I'd write like stuff for the piano. And I write like video game music. Like I was a big fan of Final Fantasy like 4, 5, and 6. So I got some like MIDI programs that I'd make like, this one's the dungeon theme because it sounds like you're in a dungeon. And if you play those games, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
that was one of the first concerts I went to was for video game music.
Nobuo
My buddy-
Matsu?
Yeah, exactly. My buddy, we went, had Final Fantasy, all that shit.
sick, dude.
I love that you started making that kind of music.
I'm
Yeah.
still making that. We're
Yeah,
still making that
that's
kind
awesome.
of music. Like
Did you ever try to sell it to like the EA Sports?
we kind of been.
Our people are talking to their people, so we're just caught up in a lot of legal paperwork and red tape.
Yeah, keep it. Can't talk about it.
Eventually, it's gonna go.
Yeah, we're purchasable as in-game content.
Yes.
It is EA.
That's where the
alright.
coin comes in.
This ain't
Yeah.
your dad's FIFA.
How long have you guys been together though?
Well, like, I met Matt when I joined Earth Program, so it's been like, geez, fucking like 15 years or something.
Holy
like
shit,
that.
making music
Like,
together a while now then. Yeah,
and
that's
then
why it
we
sounds so
went
good.
off and, started Peekaboos. And then a couple cycles of that. And then, you got Kinsey in the band. And
Yeah, man,
we're just
like-
it's a whole new monster. Like, just the way that you play and, like, the, like, style of, like, songwriting that we've been, like, developing. So it just, like, made sense for it to be, like, okay, this is just, like, a new thing. Rather than trying to keep kind of, like, rehashing old shit.
It does sound like something new. That's just what from my first listen.
If I
Lou,
could-
you were talking about it right there.
Yeah, so you mentioned White Line Fever, which opens.
It's about traveling. It's about traveling.
But it's the first track on the self-titled, no?
It is, yes.
Right, just that's a rehashed Peekaboo's tune you mentioned.
Yeah, it was a tune we were playing with the Peekaboos like a while ago and stuff, but it was one that like I had written and like Mike had written all the lyrics for and like the concept and stuff, and it was like we just like kind of put it together, and we're still on the new stuff. It's kind of there's a song called "My Boss Is a Dick" that like Mike wrote, and he had this like idea come through because he's just like, fuck my fucking boss, and like, but it's like kind of silly. It's relatable. Yeah.
What was the inspiration for that one? Talk about.
Right. But then it's kind of the same thing where we take like riffs and put over, but Kinsey's bringing like different riffs, so we're all trying to like put our stuff in the ring, what we're good at, and try to create something that's new and still a little old. We just like rock and roll. Rock and roll sometimes it'll die, but for right now it's still alive, not geriatric, right?
If you want to hear an interesting way that it's kind of morphed over the past couple of years, is we were playing all these songs and we went on tour twice and stuff, and then we push came to shove, and eventually
Matt ended up with a baritone guitar of mine.
I sold him one, and then
Droppy.
and I was like, I have a couple of 5-string basses, and like I love them to death. So now we play everything in B standard, so everything dropped to fourth. Wow. Whoa. And you would think that you think of like think of like a low tuning like that, and it's everybody immediately thinks like, it's just gonna be loud and mushy. It's gonna sound like mashed potatoes on stage. Like, that suck. But then the way we've been practicing and refining over the entirety of the pandemic
Is it's tight.
it's everything has a place and everything is complementary for the most part.
Textural, sonic, escapist.
Just months and months of fucking around and just like moving practice from a space
To Mike's basement.
It's just
Like pedal change after pedal change.
yeah,
going
like
through stuff.
like how many iterations of this board can there be? Like
I bought EMGs.
yeah,
I don't know. That's a thing now.
like I'm
You do anything with them?
Sometimes I E them, but mostly I MG them.
Hell yeah. Cancel my own hum, motherfucker.
That's so badass, dudes. How did the official name Lollygagger come to be?
I was like crowdsourced where we were like, yo, what should we name our new band? And people who are fans of the Peekaboos were chiming in. We're like, it's stuff that's like childish. And then it was like Tara, one of our friends, who had like commented, was like, Lollygagger. We're like, that's super cool. And like a lot of people kind of upvoted, so we were just like, yeah, that's gonna be our band name. Yeah,
I fucking love it, man. I think it's great.
Fucking do it live.
Show in Texas, like called the Peekaboos too.
oh yeah.
Shit, kept getting like switched and like
we got-
they would like end up on like our Spotify or something like
Yeah.
that. It's just like, all right, we gotta. Yeah,
It's like,
we just gotta,
we are the Peekaboos.
just
Pow,
gotta-
pow, like this little kids' music. We just wake up one day, it's on there, like, what the
Crazy shit too. They're also doing B standard.
That's any price, right?
Hygiene is important.
Can you play us a blast real quick?
There we go.
Nailed it.
You guys have any releases in the works right now? Or shows coming?
Yeah, we got a show coming up. I don't know when this airs. This is gonna be coming out. Anyways, it's on
Usually
August
within a week.
21st. So it'll be done by the time you see this. But we're playing with this band Heat Death, which is very cool. You should check out, and Guilt Drip. I believe so. Time
Saturday.
flies.
Fuck. Well, we got to take
Yeah.
this clip personally and put it announce
Yeah, so it's
this
20,
Friday.
21st,
This weekend.
21st at the Golden Dagger or the old Tonic Room.
Yeah. The new Golden Dagger.
I'm
So
glad they still call it the old tonic room.
that's what I don't know if that's what they say. That's what I'm saying.
It's like calling it
Good
the
stuff.
Sears Tower.
So you can come to that neighborhood.
Yeah.
You can like.
Is there
Whiskey
another
Park.
name?
Yeah.
I've only been there once, and it was to see Donkey Hotel, I think, with Bill Chill.
I remember
That was the only
Donkey
time I was
Hotel.
in Tonic Room.
Those cats were really nice.
Yeah,
yeah.
super cool.
Okay, I'm back.
Mix of all.
That's exciting shit. You guys are fucking rocking out this weekend.
Yeah, and then we're gonna take a little trip, play with some friends in Wisconsin in September.
You guys are going on tour.
Yeah, it's like a
It's like a
weekend thing.
weekend
Yeah, just
thing.
like a little weekend jaunt.
Just a little iffy for touring, I feel, you know.
Just a little quick in and out. 20 minutes, we're gone.
We're playing at Bremen Cafe in Union Park in Kenosha.
Nice. Kenosha.
That's on Clark Street, right? Like I think that's
Yeah, it's just the North Burbs.
Yeah.
And then when we get back from that later that week, we're gonna be recording some new material, and then just
Yeah, we got a
couple
session
shows in
booked.
October and November. So yeah,
There'll
that
be an album
stuff going
around
on.
sometime soon.
Before the end of the year?
Maybe. Well, we're probably we're like changing the way we release stuff because the internet's all goofy, you know,
Yeah.
where it's like albums. There's still gonna be like collections and albums, but I don't know if it's gonna be like a full release or a partial release, but
Optimistically, there will be new stuff.
Awesome.
definitely, yeah. We got a session booked right now with Pete Grossman from Bricktop Studios. Super cool place. We stopped in there. Pete's really nice. Plays a band called High Priests. Chill. And then Sanford Parker is going to be doing the mixing. He was the guy who did like Yob and I Hate God and like Void Void and stuff too. So that'll be definitely like a heavy, like Kinsey was
Yeah.
saying, we just been like dialing in death metal tones, but we don't really want to be a death metal band.
I love it.
But we want to be
Yeah.
louder than
Like-
your band and still like you can hear it. That's
We
kind of
want
our
you
goal.
want you to almost laugh as much as you're banging your head.
Yeah.
I think that's
Good mission
important.
More
statement.
than.
Yeah,
great
yeah.
mission
Because you should
statement.
fucking have fun with it.
Oh, yes.
You can stand in one place and just be a dork, but like, get up there and move around.
Yeah.
And think about salami.
Dude, that's usually
Always thinking about Boar's Head specifically. Shout out Julas.
Well, while we are in the great presence of Lollygagger, don't lollygag. Here are our sponsors for the night. We got Rolo, good old candies from Walgreens. You can purchase them at the nearest gas station as well. We got Reese's. Everyone dig in. Shout out to Reese's. And then don't fuck your voice up and don't scream too hard. Why don't you have a wild cherry Ludens here? Great for the throat, calm you down. Maybe goes with some good old hot tea that grandma will make you just before bed. It's just the medicine you need. But yeah, Lollygagger is here with us tonight. They are playing this weekend. Please go to that show. Where's the venue?
We're playing August 21st at the Golden Dagger.
Golden Dagger, that's
AKA
right.
the Old Tonic
And,
Room.
Yeah, this is good shit. We're gonna.
I'm sorry, this interview is over because these sponsors conflict with our sponsors.
The hostess people are
We're
going to be
specifically
pissed.
M&M Mars. This is the Hershey company.
I asked for
That's a good question, actually.
I asked for your cans, okay?
If you guys could get a legit candy sponsor, what would it be?
Okay, can I quick tie this into like touring? The first year,
There are no rules here.
I don't remember why this happened or where it came from, but every show was sponsored by Hostess Cupcakes, and we would shout it at everyone. Yeah, like it's that aimless thing of like you're tuning between songs, so you just must gibber a little bit.
And you have to use the announcer voice. Yeah.
I still think we need to buy a bunch of those and just whip them at people.
I want to get like a T-shirt cannon and kind of modify it to accept a smaller payload that would be roughly ho-ho cupcake sized, if you know what I mean.
Just launching little pies all over.
Fucking
Wanna
30
promote the
millimeter snack
shit
shells.
out of your snack shells.
So is Entenmann's off limits then? Can we not?
On camera, yes.
I mean, just chucking whole coffee cakes at people.
We'll fix this in post. Don't worry.
Very good.
Yeah, right. You guys have to like put ho-ho boxes over these.
We'll Photoshop every frame.
Dude,
Yeah,
please,
you gotta superimpose it.
please
Yeah.
do.
Do you guys still rock the costumes ever?
Not really. I feel like every day.
I don't know. I play with a ball gag in sometimes, so I mean, it's a gimmick
One of your
for
photos
sure,
has
but, you know,
you in a ball gag, right?
what's that?
One of your photos.
Yeah,
Looking
yeah,
great.
yeah. My parents fucking hate me for it.
I would argue that many photos.
It's a fantastic PR choice right there.
You know.
Yeah, so I mean, I
So
don't know if
what
it's
ball
like,
gag manufacturer sponsors you?
See, I don't know, but I need to get my people to get in touch with their people, and you know, we're tied up in a lot of red tape and legal paperwork at the moment, so I'm sure the deal will go through
I
shortly.
So it goes.
Hostess ball gags.
Hostess ball game. Yeah, it's got the little like fucking swirls around it.
Just a big Susie Q that you just.
So show coming up. New stuff, old stuff,
A lot of new stuff.
a lot of new stuff.
Ooh, new
This
stuff.
is training grounds. This is
We're gonna probably crash test drive my boss's dick, which will be fun because it's got more lyrics than the Bible. And I don't know them all, but
If I could speak to the middle part, it's kind of got like this just real quick 2/4 eighth notes fueled hi-hat beat under this really drivey bass line, and it's just like shout talking the lyrics pretty much. It's like that Ministry vibe. Yeah, which you mix that in with like a big like 80s thrash metal riff, and then sprinkle this in.
and very serious lyrics.
Oh yeah, the most.
Oh,
serious.
Yeah.
We're taking on. We're starting to take on very mature subject matter and very serious topics. Absolutely.
Yeah, what were some of the other topics you guys covered on your first LP?
Was that Life on Terminus?
I think so. Yeah, it was the first year, right?
Yeah, I mean that one was just kind of a mix of things. I think it was weird because it was like it's very political. It's a political time, and it's sort of like
not like today.
not like today. Well, today honestly today is like chill because no one wants to hear about that shit right now. So like it's going on. It's like humming under the surface, but in terms of a collective national consciousness, nobody wants to fucking hear anything about that. They want to get on with their lives. They've been stuck inside watching the craziest shit ever happen.
Yeah, no,
But
for sure.
All the problems are kind of still there and working under the surface, but that album was like seeing it kind of come over. And the album title Life on Terminus is a reference to like an Isaac Asimov book.
Yeah.
It's like the Foundation trilogy, where they send these like two scientists out to the ass end of the galaxy on either side, and basically they're like, hey, the Imperial structure is gonna fall within 100 years, so we're gonna go out there. We're gonna basically like cut the Dark Ages from 10,000 years to 1,000 years. You're still gonna have the Dark Ages, still gonna be fucked up.
Yeah.
But that was like Life on Terminus, and it's weird. Asimov wrote it in view of the collapse of the Roman Empire. It's like the last days of the state. And there are a lot of parallels between then and now. But it's not exactly, we're not quite there.
Yeah.
But from a socio-political observing standpoint, or however you'd want to describe it.
Yeah.
That's a great summary of the series, too.
Yeah, because that's really what it is, and the three books kind of
Yeah.
represent like the different modes. Yeah. I like history a lot, too. I like history and sci-fi. Those are a lot of my influences,
badass, yeah.
writing-wise. And that stuff was kind of about like the
it
rise
shows,
of that
man.
and the beginning of the unanswerable disagreements, or things that you cannot work through as a state because there are inherent fractures that will be very difficult to correct over time. There's always ways off the brink, and I think that's always the message is like, yeah, you're not totally fucked yet. Just like,
Not yet,
Because
but
you would know.
Not yet, but
Fun fact.
We got a song about how we want to fight Roger Stone in a parking lot.
that sums it up probably better than I did.
No, you had a great answer.
Harry Seldon, the main character of the Foundation series, also hated his boss.
We have a huge concept album that we're working on right now.
That's groovy, man.
The album is sponsored by all of Chris Squire's touring bases.
There's some beautiful content, and it does seem like you do care about the words, and that's cool that you guys actually put into consideration
I prefer
with
the
the
term
stuff.
limericks.
There you
Thank
go.
you very much.
And with that, do you include it, or did you have it posted anywhere? Can you find the lyrics for those ones?
We put some up.
I think on Bandcamp.
Yeah,
Nice.
Bandcamp.
Cool. That's badass. Yeah, Bandcamp's good for that.
Yeah. And we don't play a lot of some of those songs live anymore, but that was like a weird album. Like that was kind of just like we have to do something so that we're a band. It's kind of like you have to turn in a report because you're supposed to.
Still sounds great.
Thank you. Yeah. But it was just one of the things where it's like we didn't really know what we were trying to do, and then the self-title's like, "Yo, this is what we've been doing." And I think the next album is kind of like really our first album, where it's like the three of us writing and playing.
Yeah, it'll be all the songs. They'll be recorded in one place. They'll be mixed and mastered in one place by one person.
Because we kind of even glossed over the self-titled. That's like a longer one. Was like a collection of like.
Where did you guys record that one at?
Like 3-4 different places. That's kind of the thing.
One of them was right fucking here.
Much. One of them was at Two States Audio with Brian Fox.
Altered States.
Altered States. I'm sorry. Yeah, Altered States with Brian Fox, and it was 3 different studio songs. Then we did some live sessions with the guys from The Hive, who are super cool. You should check them out. They do a lot of like local sessions and whatnot.
We got to wear
costumes. Then we did a few songs with DZ Records and Ben down there, and like live videos and everything. And that's why we have a video album too.
And Mike wears a ball gag in one of those. But then David Arias, who we were kind of talking about earlier, who was...
Yeah, dude, shout out.
Yeah, he was playing guitar in the very first lineup of Lollygagger. That didn't last super long, but we still love David. He hung out with us.
Dude's extremely talented, man. He's master.
Yeah, he like helped us mix and like do a lot of the video editing tips. He kind of taught me how to edit. I ended up editing most of it, but he did a lot of the White Line Fever like special effects and stuff. Yeah. That's like the weird explosions. I don't know if you've seen the video album, but he did like the kind of... It's almost like Tim and Eric-y weirdness over it. But we just had a good time at his house one day. And
and we killed him in the Mighty Methuselah video.
Yeah, we eat him.
We definitely killed and ate him in the video.
Yeah. It was kind of always our goal to be like, how we want to put this album out for our first like real release. And like in other bands, like me and Mike we talked to Kinsey, and he was kind of interested too, is like do a full video album where you have a video for every single song all the way through. Because like CKY did that. It was cool. Well, that's what our last one was.
Yeah, you can find that right now.
For if you go to YouTube, if you're watching this after you're watching this.
Link below. Click it.
Yeah, the link below.
Check out Lollygagger.
The Lollygagger
all these
Lollygagger
streaming clips.
Even though it's 30 minutes.
Feels like
That's super cool.
Right? That's the tagline. Yeah, but we have like Kinsey plays God in that. Mike does like sensual book theater. There's like a whole bunch of stuff.
Checking this
Skits.
out.
Yeah. It's like skits. We always like there's like old like silly albums will have skits in between the stuff. We always thought was cool. And
How'd you guys come up with the themes? Being God, sensual book hour,
tour.
Like fucking around
Tour,
in the van.
Drunk.
Yeah.
Kinsey was just one day.
it's your boy God. I'm gonna get rid of your parking tickets.
In Boston.
And I was like, hey, it's your boy God over here.
I got you.
Yeah. And that was
I'm the reason that you.
Yeah.
That's great.
And Mike had the idea for like doing like basically like fireside theater, but it's like ball gag out. I don't even. Yeah.
Like he's. Which book is it?
The Ethical Slut.
Yeah.
It's a good book.
It's like
I can recommend it.
We filmed
We did like a political campaign video for this fictional character called Mayor McGhoul.
who's like barely fictional anymore. It's fucking sad, dude. But yeah, we got our friend to do some cool like makeup monster effects and stuff.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And we shot most of it at the old Auxiliary Arts Center, which I heard is now defunct.
Where was it?
as of like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
It
It's
was
like
right at Belmont and Sacramento, which is my neck of the woods, right up there. I don't know what happened.
That's where Kinsey lives, stalkers.
Yeah, inside the gas station.
Kinsey now. Click
Shout
the link
out,
below.
shout out to the lady at Duncan.
So I don't. We're not okay to talk numbers about it yet, but it took a lot to get you here without the ball gag in.
Yeah, all the paperwork went through.
Okay, oh good. I'm so glad. So for the self-titled, there's from on the outside looking in, there's a a definite progression to it. Is that a product of just where the songs were recorded, or was that intentional?
It's definitely intentional. Yeah, we sat down and like decided what the track album was gonna be, kind of thing. But it was weird too because the audio version's different than the video version when you watch it, because the video has a different flow than the audio. Depending on like how you're watching it, you're gonna have a different transition. But it's all kind of moot because nobody listens to full albums anymore. You know, it's a lot of it's. I still do
Same.
too, I guess. But
That's how I
think
Spotify
everyone in
at
this
work.
room still does, but yeah.
I'm full of shit. You
I
caught
only
me.
listen to sweet ass podcasts like Rock Radio.
That's our first advertisement.
Yeah, right.
Hi, I'm Michael Sunnyside from Lollygagger, and you're listening to Rock Radio.
We're definitely using that.
No one will believe it's you. You don't have the gag. Appreciate the sentiment.
You guys got to sell the gags at the show now.
Oh,
definitely
that's
need
a
some
good
merch.
idea.
We can make some money. You can make the flavor.
Flavored?
How are we gonna make a mic flavor?
All right, we're gonna
I know this guy.
Deep.
we're gonna talk to R&D about it.
This dude, he's got a little bit of a weird name. It's Elon, and he's capable of some pretty cool shit. I think he can make that happen, though.
Right. If only we can get enough lithium for your special one.
So what you're saying is electric ball gags.
Sun operated, though. You know, natural energy.
Yeah,
Trying
you
to
bite
reduce
down a
our
little bit,
carbon
it starts
footprint as a
playing the
band.
song, you know.
I still. What was?
In all honesty, though, speaking of merch, you guys, any merch still available, or will there? Can we
At Saturday at the show, there's
tag in? Oh, Saturday tonight. There you go. This Saturday.
We got koozies, we got t-shirts, we got CDs, we got more CDs. We tour a lot, so we got more CDs. Did I ever tell you that people in the country buy CDs?
People do buy CDs.
It's true.
I
You gotta
still
play
buy
something in your
CDs.
car changer, like, you know, it's a real thing.
It's badass. Well, this weekend, everyone please be there and go buy some fucking CDs. Merch. Support these touring bands. You guys have been touring.
Well, we're not touring that much.
Non-stop tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Not
last
for a while, I
year
mean, there's
has
the whole
been,
plague.
Yeah, kind of grinded to a halt, but I mean, and yeah, it's fucking weird just to try to like book things now.
Yeah.
Like, so it's still kind of like, just kind of, you know, edging out. But, yeah, you know, once things are, once everybody gets real cool about a lot of shit real quick, we'll be coming to a city near you.
So we'll see you in
Fuck
12
yeah.
years.
Excellent. Well, this is a perfect time to break away. We will rock the fuck out, and then we'll come back and do the roundup. But thank you guys for fucking being here. This was awesome. And any last words?
tip your bartenders.
Tip the bartender. Fuck yeah.
That was a Tippy Canoe and Tyler too.
You can find us on Spotify, on Bandcamp, all the music, Facebook and Instagram, Lollygagger Music, and Twitter, Lollygagger Band.
Check out our last full video release on YouTube, the
Lollygagger Family Fun Variety Hour.
Yeah.
You already heard us
Rock
say
on.
tip your